What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ransom Doty channel. Today, we are doing something a little different. Recently, we've been doing a series on Matthew 5 where we go through Jesus' teachings on the Sermon on the Mount, the greatest sermon of all time. We broke down the Beatitudes, but today, we are talking about, is Christmas pagan? I've been getting a lot of comments on my videos, whether that's short videos or long videos. It started back almost on my very first YouTube video, somebody saying, Christmas is pagan. People are teaching false doctrine. I made a Christmas video yesterday saying that Jesus is the reason for the season. And people started commenting saying that Christmas is pagan and we shouldn't celebrate it. So first of all, what is paganism? Well, paganism is a broad term for pre-Christian religions and they worshipped many gods, which that is polytheism. They worshipped stuff like nature, the stars, the sun, the moon, Saturn. They worship Saturn, and these things aren't actually like what Christmas is, but whatever. So, polytheism, worshiping multiple gods. They worship nature. They worshiped stuff like the moon, the stars, other planets, and they created things. So, don't create false idols. They would create false idols, and instead of worshiping the creator, they would worship something they created. And in the Roman world, paganism definitely did exist. And they did worship sun gods. And so what is super common for people the reason people think Christmas is pagan is because of this holiday pagans celebrated called Saturnalia, which that was celebrated between December 17th and December 23rd. They honored Saturn, the god of agriculture, and what they did during this holiday is they feasted and they gave gifts. Now, it is very important to know that Saturnalia actually ended, and it's not a thing anymore. But what were they doing? They were feasting and they were gift giving. Sounds kind of a lot like what Christmas is. We eat a lot of food and we give gifts to each other. So, does that mean Christmas is Saturnalia? Did we borrow December 25th? Well, first of all, just because something is around the same date does not mean it is pagan. Just because there's a pagan holiday and a Christian holiday doesn't mean that the Christian holiday is pagan, or maybe the pagan holiday is Christian. So, why do we celebrate December 25th as Jesus' birthday? And did we take December 25th from the pagans? Well, historically, no, we didn't. This is a modern claim that just started happening, saying that we actually took December 25th from pagans. But this is why, what I've researched so far, that this is what I found that points us to that we haven't took December 25th from pagans. And this is why. Many of the old Jewish prophets believed that Jesus was conceived on March 25th. And then you add 9 months to that. That is December 25th, his birth. So the theological reason is what the Jewish prophets believed. They believed that Jesus was conceived on March 25th. Add 9 months to that. That's December 25th. But it is also very important to know. December 25th may not be Jesus' birthday. It may be in March. It may be in April. We don't actually know when Jesus' birthday is. I wish I could get on here and give everybody all the answers. I wish in the Gospel of Luke it wrote down that Luke wrote down that Jesus was born on December 25th, but he didn't. So actually none of us know. But we do know that in America, we go by the Christian calendar. And actually, most of the world goes by the Christian calendar. 365 days. And we all have a birthday. I actually don't know anybody who doesn't celebrate their birthday. I know I celebrate my birthday. So there's 365 days, and there has to be one of those days where God was begotten. The incarnation of an all-loving, all-powerful God humbly placed himself into human form, where he was fully God and fully human. So there has to be a day where we celebrate the birth and the incarnation of our God coming down. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So, Jesus is eternal, but he did come down and in God form, fully human, fully God. So, since he was fully human, he had a birthday, and we get to celebrate that. Christmas is December 25th his birthday? I don't know, but I do know that I want to celebrate this day where my God came down and put himself in begot himself in a human form, coming in lowly, giving birth to in a manger. So that is what I want to do. I want to celebrate the birth and the incarnation of my God becoming flesh and dwelling among us. Now, I liked what Philip Anthony Mitchell said. He said, those people who don't celebrate Christmas and those Christians who don't celebrate Christmas, let's not judge the Christians who do celebrate Christmas. And those Christians who celebrate Christmas, let's not judge those who don't celebrate. But we do have to realize that Jesus did have a birthday. He had a birthday. He was giving birth to by a virgin, the Virgin Mary, and he lived a perfect, sinless life. And then bled and died on a cross while he walked the earth, performing many miracles, showed us amazing teachings, but also was tempted in the same ways me and you were. And he lived a perfect life. And then he bled and died on the cross, and 3 days later rose from the dead, taking the weight, the sin, and the punishment that me and you deserve on himself. For the wages of sin are death. And Jesus brought the perfect blood atonement for our sins, where we don't have to sacrifice animals anymore, but Jesus was the perfect sacrifice. So, thank you guys for watching this video. And what have I learned myself? Is Christmas pagan? I don't think so. I think if you take Jesus out of Christmas, it definitely could become pagan. But when Jesus is at the center of Christmas, and this is a celebration of his birth, it is far from pagan. But when we start throwing up other stuff and taking the word Christ out, that, I think, can become pagan very quick. And I'm not an expert. I'm still a senior in high school. I know I have Bible scholars watching this video, but I don't know. And if y'all like what I said today, comment down below, please, because this was a hard video to make because I actually had to dive into something that I wasn't sure of. That I celebrated something my whole life and started to get almost like doubt from everybody commenting. But I am good now. And I know that the reason we celebrate Christmas isn't because of presents, and it's not because of trees. I never thought this, but it's reassuring to know that, yes, getting gifts is nice. Eating amazing food is really nice. Spending time with family is nice. But at the end of the day, we are celebrating our God coming down in human form. And you shall call his name Jesus, and he shall save people from their sin. Matthew 1:21. That is an amazing verse, and that is what I'm going to leave you with today. That Jesus is fully God and fully human, and he had a birthday. Is it December 25th? I don't know, but I'm going to celebrate tomorrow as if it is his birthday. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. If you stuck out the whole video, thank you very much. And I would love to hear y'all's feedback on everything. So I love you guys, and see you tomorrow. Peace.